What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Bell Collective review. All right, let's get into it. We're going to watch and review it at the same time. All right. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by, and we'll get in the comments as you know what we do. Before the show even starts, I have to say that I don't know how to feel about Antoinette. I want to give her a fair shot, but it's like, the saying guilty by association, like that is, it's like once you know somebody is like laying in the bed with a person whose family comes from this, right? It's hard to like, I can't even say it's a lack of awareness. It's just like I don't know if I could. It's hard for me watching to find space for Antoinette. Like I find myself when I'm watching her frowning up, like, girl, shut up. I don't even want to hear nothing you have to say. Like, I just want to hear nothing Antoinette has to say. And her association with Kaylon has really damaged the perspective that I have on her. It might not be fair, but that's where I am today. Okay. So it looks like they're driving up to this farm. Honey Mel said, I know she ain't bringing us on no plantation. Y'all be a fool. Y'all would be fools to drive up to one. And then it even looks like Antoinette has on a wig, right? She has on a wig. And then it looks like what my grandmother used to call a fall, right? Where it's like a piece of hair that you have all your hair out in the front. I don't know what they call them now. I don't have hair, so I'm not really, that's not my thing. But my grandmother used to call them falls. And it would make your hair look thicker, like you would put it in the middle and it will come down over your hair, and then you would have the majority of your hair in the front. For me, it looks like Antoinette has on a wig, and it looks like she has on a fall right behind it. Like, so it looks like her head, like it's like this much hair before you actually get to her head. It just looks really bad. It looks really bad. And I'm not sure what's up with the eyelashes. Like y'all was talking about Terica Brown, Gorilla Glue Girl. This lady's eyebrows ain't no different from hers. Ain't no different. DDS, homegirl, ain't no different. Let me tell you something. If I was real petty, I would skip this entire scene just because Kaylon is in it. So like that scene could have been on the floor. We could have left that scene on the floor. It really was nothing. Like it really offered nothing. Who cares that Kaylon wants to buy gold? I don't want to know about Kaylon. I don't want to know her story. I don't know what she wants to. I don't care. I don't want to know. Now we're at Marie's house, and it looks like she is making some lemonade or something like that. I think Marie is so cute. I think she is so adorable. Her body, everything. And then now that we know how what all this stuff that she has going on based on the previous episodes, I kind of have this, I feel for Marie. She's growing on me. She's growing on me. Everything that's happening as we get to hear her story, she's growing on me. So Dr. Chandler is there. He is actually going to meet with Marie and her grandchildren's mothers. Once again, only two showed up. So I don't know what's going on. Did three show up? No, it was only two. Only two showed up. So Cedric isn't there. She hasn't heard from him. Two of the children's mothers show up. Two of these young ladies. Do you have any expectations of Jerez? I just want him to grow up and be the best man he can be for his kids. So the third baby mom is saying she just wants him to be there because herself did not grow up with her father. And so she wants for her son, for the father to be present. Let me tell you something. I really believe, I was talking to my therapist today, and I really believe that because so many men saw their mothers be single mothers, they actually think that they can go out and just produce a bunch of single mothers and those women are going to be okay because I saw my mom do it by herself. She did it by herself. So I can go out and make a bunch of single mothers and they'll be able to do it. I don't even need to be there. That's what I think the part of the pathology of black men is that They just saw women doing it all the time. They want to reside and rest in a patriarchal society, but really it's a matriarchal because the women are really taking care of the community and raising the children. But anyways, all she needs from you is just be there because she can ask your mom for money. So Maria is letting them know, stop calling me first. Call the man you laid down with first, the man who I did not provide any structure or discipline to. Go to him and ask him to perform these actions that he did not learn how to perform himself. Nor did I teach him or any other man or Cedric's raggedy, tired ass. So she's letting them know that she looks fine, but her health is declining. She has lupus and she has fibromyalgia. So I imagine her being tired all the time. Also, I was thinking about it from the last episode, knowing that she has lupus and knowing that her son was violent and aggressive with her, in addition to Cedric causing all of this undue stress by not coming home, not calling, just being MIA. I'm sure that stresses Marie out. And I know from people that I know who have lupus that your stress levels need to be low. You cannot be stressed out. So here we are, this Black woman taking care of or being in this raggedy ass relationship, also taking care of her ain't shit ass son and his and all the single mothers he's created. And she's also on top of dealing with her health issues. And in addition to running a business. And she says sometimes she can't even really watch the kids because the pills that she takes puts her in a different mindset. She's tired. She falls asleep. She gets exhausted. So she can't even really watch the grandchildren the way she wants to. However, she cannot not take her medication. So she's going to need some support. I'm glad that she's able to have this conversation and talk to them and let them know, like, y'all can't just be around here making babies and thinking me as the grandmother, the responsible person, is supposed to take care. I got other shit that I need to take care of too. Y'all, no. And how do you feel knowing that this man went from you, stuck his raw dick in me, and then went to you, stuck his raw dick in you, and shot the club up both times? Like, how do you feel? Like, oh God. It's just the thought about it. Like no protection, no responsibility, just no nothing. And then you turn around and expect this idea that once young adults, teenagers start having sex, that somehow they're adults and that they should be able to make decisions and this and that. No, it don't go like that. Just because you start having sex doesn't make you an adult. It doesn't. And then you can't go and tell kids you can't tell teenagers you can't have sex until you're an adult. You can't do that. But you also can't tell them once they start having sex they are adults. You can't do that either. You can't do that either. And let me tell you how many women I know who have been in relationships with men who are so worried about and so wrapped up into taking care of them and their health that they forget about their health. My grandmother was one of them. She was taking care of my grandfather and wasn't taking care of herself. And she also ended up dying from cancer because she was not taking care of herself because she was so worried about taking care of my grandfather. So many women ignore their own health to take care of a man. And for him to be like, yeah, it declined her health and this and that, you should be aware that your mother has an illness that stress can trigger her. You have to be more mindful of that. And also that strong Black woman trope is another reason. And so that's an indication that it doesn't do nothing. Look, Maria is running around here like a strong Black woman. She got 2 illnesses, taking care of 3 children, 3 grandchildren under the age of 1, trying to worry about some man not calling and not showing up. Honey, when I tell you, when it starts affecting your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health, they gotta go. They gotta go. No, we're not compromised, ladies. We're not compromising our health, any aspects of our health, to take care of somebody else. We're not doing that. You first. You understand me? You're not pissed me off. So the third child's mother tells the other one, who seems to be the one where he keeps going back to, that she would like to have a relationship with her. She doesn't want to be best friends or anything, but she wants a relationship so that the children can really grow up together. They're so close in age. It would be such a disservice not to actually befriend the other women, especially knowing that he doesn't have a relationship with, he doesn't seem to have a relationship with any of them. But so that they can actually ensure that these children grow up together. That was actually pretty big of her to do that, because all the other ignorant mess, somebody has to have some goddamn sense. So we have Antoinette. Looks like she is meeting this guy who she met right after her divorce. She went to Ghana and met this guy on the trip, and they've kind of kept in touch. He lives on the West Coast, and so it looks like they're going to be sitting out at this picnic table having, having lunch or whatever. They look kind of awkward. I'm sure he's like, okay, these cameras are around. He agreed, of obviously. So it's probably a little awkward to be meeting her after however long, and then to have her be like, okay, I'm going to bring these cameras with me. Okay. I'm shooting a show. So we're going to bring some cameras. There's going to be some cameras here. So just act natural. Actually, I do not see any chemistry between them. Probably it's because it's been a long time or what have you, but I don't see any chemistry at all. So she shares with him that she got the practice and she has everything up. She got a bank account. She has all these things, and she would like him to come back to the sip and see. And he says he will. He will. That would be actually nice. That's nice. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't see any chemistry here. It might be due to, like there's people standing with cameras around you. So that might have something to do with it. And it doesn't look like that was the energy around their relationship, was not like a romantic, intimate relationship, but it seems as if that is what they're trying to get to. They give each other a toast, and he looks at her. She doesn't look at him in the toast. And when you toast somebody, you're supposed to look at them, or else you'll have bad sex forever. So whenever you're toasting someone, make sure you cheers, you do your toast, and you look at each other. Everybody looks and gets eye contact with each other when they sip, right? There's something that bothers me so bad. When I see somebody toast and then they don't drink after the toast, I'm like, what did you toast for? You're supposed to drink. Like, come on. But anyways, he says maybe he'll come back for the sip and see with her. So now we're back with Marie and Essie at Marie's house. She hasn't heard from Cedric. He hasn't called. He hasn't done anything. So she doesn't know where he is or how to get in contact with him. He's not returning any calls. And honey, Marie's woman ain't having it. She's like, you need to get rid of that man. Honey, Essie is me. That used to be me. Like, girl, don't mess. What? Like, what are you? There isn't even a question. Why are we having this conversation? We need to be packing his shit and getting his ass out of here. Her woman is not liking it. And there's the word on the street. Listen, if Marie and Essie are girlfriends, I'm here for it. She seems to be in a good space with this woman here. So if that's what the tea is, go for it, Marie. Shit. He's not calling. He doesn't come home. I think in some states there's a time limit on when it's considered that you abandoned your marriage. So I don't know what it's like in Jackson, Mississippi, but I know in some states when you are no call, no show, it's considered marriage abandonment. So he's known for disappearing. And my thing is, Marie, didn't you remarry him? Essie's looking at her, girl. What do you mean this time it may be different? Girl, this is what he does. Do you think anything is wrong? She said, girl, no. Do you think anything is wrong? I'm here for Essie. Sorry, y'all. I think there's some people that really don't care for Essie, but I'm here for it. I'm that girl. Like, girl, no. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you think? He's not coming home? What are you talking about? Shut up. We have so many positive things going on. It's time for you to be happy and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So Marie said she's going to try to call him and see. Essie said, I'll doubt you'll get an answer. His phone is probably somewhere where he's not. Like when he comes here and he leaves his phone in the truck. He leaves his phone in the truck. Let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in a relationship that is causing you needless suffering and you already have medical issues and you're stressed out by a person outside of yourself, it's easy. If it's not internal, it's easy to eliminate external sources of stress. Do you understand me? Do not compromise your health for no person. I don't give a who it is. Don't do it. I'm serious. I'm just looking at her and thinking about all the things that she has going on in her life. And you sitting here worrying about somebody who don't call, don't show. Honey, I would have been bags packed, trash bags or whatever, boxes or whatever. Locks changed. I'm sorry, who? Block, number block, filed for divorce. That's what it would be with Cedric. It wouldn't be no, oh, I'm trying to figure out where he is. Girl, don't matter where he is. Wherever he is, he needs to stay right there. He is not the one. I know it's hurtful, but the time you was sick in bed and he was still acting a fool, I know it hurts, girl, but he is not the one. Shit. Essie said it's time to move forward. Okay? That's what you need to move forward. Ain't no way in the world, child wish. You know me, first sign I'll be like, you gotta go. Pack your shit up. Pull the truck. Pull the truck back, honey. I'm telling you, I have gotten to a place in my life. If you causing me stress, I cannot deal. No, you gotta go. You can go. You can go whoever's house you're staying at. Stress that bitch out, cause you ain't gonna stress me out, no man. And you got medical issues, Marie. If you don't get rid of that zero and get with that hero Essie, seems to be you're more successful with Essie than you are with Cedric. Sorry, I'll go where the success resides. You understand me? All right, so now we're with Miss Tambra and Latrice, and they are back at the councilman's office. They want to meet with him to see where he is based on the last brunch where KK Kalon was there and acted a fool, and he got up and walked out. So they want to see where he is. Latrice says she's been trying to actually make some calls in regards to the Farish Street project, and she's been getting blocked. People are not returning her calls and things like that. So she's trying to see what's going on or what's happening. So Latrice does apologize to him about what happened at the brunch. And it really, and even Tambra was like, I've hosted a lot of her brunches and it's not like that. And it doesn't sit well with me knowing that this white woman came into this space that is for black women, caused all this havoc, and as a result, it's creating roadblocks and hurdles for Latrice trying to revitalize a community that meant so much to black people. And to know that a white woman was at the helm of that confusion doesn't sit right with me at all. At all. So he said he did think about just scrapping the whole thing, but because of his cousin Tambra, and he gave her his word. So shout out to him for being a man of honor who actually keeps his word and expresses like, I don't want anything bad coming towards me, my family, or my community. And moving forward, we're going to put our best foot forward because we do not want to bring any negativity to Farish Street. Okay, next scene is with Tambra and her ex-boyfriend. They are going out on a date. They basically talk about, Tambra tells him about the Farish Street roadblocks that she's experiencing. Her and Latrice and their friends are, not Latrice, Lateshia are experiencing. And then they also talk a little bit about the fertility things that she has going on. So Tambra wants to have a meeting with all of the ladies so that they can move forward. You can just make it plain how important it is to do what they're doing and how they don't want to create any issues, and that will keep Lateshia from actually realizing her dream of revitalizing Farish Street. So Tambra's like, we got to get the girls together so we can all be on the same page. So now we're at Tambra's house. She has a nice place. She really has a nice place. All this hair, child. It's so much hair. She's having a Sistervention. So we have Mel, Latrice, Antoinette, and Lateshia are going to show up. But Antoinette and the other ladies, before Lateshia gets there, Antoinette, Latrice, and Mel are there. So Tambra starts to kind of talk about what's happening with Letitia's project, and she brings Latrice up to speed on how the brunch kind of had a negative reflection on the project. She said the brunch went left, and she looked at Antoinette, and then Antoinette says, "Don't they all?" What I really had a problem with is knowing and coming to the realization that Antoinette had only been to 2 brunches and Latrice had only been to 1. So how are you making this blanketed statement about don't they all? Okay, so now Lateshia, she shows up. And it's funny because she walks in and she says, you've been to 1 and you've been to 2. So you guys are going around saying or making these blanket comments about one experience that you've had. Antoinette, your bitch ass, you've been to 2. Now, the first one was Marie's fault. The second one was your friend's fault. It was not Marie's fault. Marie was simply reacting from your aggressive ass friend. So I don't want to see. Both of my friends had terrible experiences. No, your second friend, she created that experience. So Antoinette says, reputation follows you. If I was a bad dentist, it would follow me. So Latrice actually looks at this as like karma. She says that maybe this is a eye opener for you. Maybe you can see now that there is a problem. However, from Tambra's point of view, she's saying it wasn't the brunch. You guys are talking about one person who you're basically basing your entire brunch experience off of Marie. Latrice says that she's a bully and she turns around and acts like a victim. She's like, I don't know what she has going on in her personal life. Even Mel was like, well, maybe that's it. Hello, maybe it is it. Maybe they need to sit down and have a conversation with Marie. Although Marie, the first brunch, girl, there's no room to even be like, Marie was no, you were out of pocket. You approached Latrice, all wrong about that damn hair. We haven't really got to the bottom of that hair issue either, okay? And then you have the second brunch, which y'all not gonna put that on Marie. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Latrice calls Marie man. No, we're not doing that. Out of order. You out of order. And even Tambra's like, see, stuff like that, you can't, if you really want to be on a good level with this person, you can't be doing stuff like that. Come on, Latrice. You better than that. Oh God, I attacked her. That y'all not gonna put that on Marie. So Latrice is like, I even told her I would invest in it. I think what I heard Antoinette say, I told her I would not invest in it. That's what I thought I heard her say. But she wants to still offer support. Mel says, can we support her with Marie? To me, Marie hasn't done, I feel like I'm missing something, because to me, Marie hasn't done anything bad enough that you will cut off supporting Lateshia because of Marie. So I don't know what has happened from what we've seen. And then the way that at the Sage and Champagne episode where Antoinette said she wasn't going to invite Lateshia because of how she deals with Marie. So based on her relationship with Marie, she didn't want to invite her to her house. So Latrice says, I'm not going to support her with Marie by her side. And she takes up for her friend when she's wrong, and you can't do that. I agree with that, But again, the second one, y'all not put that on Marie. And Antoinette's just laughing. I don't know what's up with Antoinette. I don't know. I don't she's I agree with Latrice. Don't If your friend is wrong, don't stick up for them when they're wrong. That's a problem that a lot of people have. They allow the people that are close to them behave badly without consequence or even without telling them that they were wrong, and they just are allowed to wreck shop. I understand what Latrice is saying with that. So Antoinette says, this whole talking about hair thing is so stupid. This whole talking about brunch is so stupid, so boring. We talk about it literally every time. So now Lateshia arrives. Tambra goes to the door with the drink. So Antoinette says she's sick of talking about brunches. No, that's right. Lateshia said, I hope I walked into a party and not a lion's den. Girl, little do you know. They looking like, okay, girl. I just have to say, just looking at the shots, Antoinette does not seem to be open to anything. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. I just don't see it for her. Every time I look at her, I'm just so disgusted. Like, girl, ugh. And then I don't even like the way Antoinette frames how she's talking to Latrice, to Lateshia. At first, I was like, okay, that's cool. She wants to actually, because remember, when they were at Tambra's party, and she pulled her wig and she told her, I want to help you. I can help you. But I don't like the way that she's framing how she is the professional and she can help your brunches be better. I don't like it. So Latrice is saying I can't really assess what's going on with Marie because I can't really talk to her. Every time I try to talk to her, it's always some mess. So now Latrice says, I'm pulling off earrings, I'm pulling off shoes. Did that happen and we just didn't see it? Because this is the second person, and I hope Latrice is not taking Kaylon's words because Latrice wasn't there. And when Latrice said taking off earrings and pulling off shoes, Lateshia was looking like, what? So they're telling her to watch the company you keep. Sistervention. Lateshia said, so when you guys say Marie is not a good look for me, are y'all not a good look for me? Because she's the one that's been by my side and has had my back, and I know she has my back. Y'all talking shit behind my back. So are y'all a good look for me? I know that's right. She's saying, Letitia's letting Antoinette know, at your party, I shouldn't have even been on your minds at this party. And she's like, oh, no, you weren't. She was like, yeah, but it got back to me that it was a whole thing about me. So that's shade. That's shady. And Antoinette starts laughing. And did you hear Kaylon, Kaylon, describing Marie as volatile? So Lateshia says, I can agree that both of y'all was acting classy ratchet at my brunch. Do y'all think that Lateshia needs to distance herself from Marie? Right. She was like, you're going to have to respect Marie just like you want her to respect you. She was like, what am I doing? She was like, man. We can't be calling each other out our names if you want to gain respect, period. So Antoinette says, we got to stay out of people's situations. Tambra said, let me tell you something. It's not about staying out of something. It's about going hard for what you believe in. Tambra's angle is there's two women who are business women who are not getting along. Let's figure out how we can get along with each other. And Antoinette is saying we need to stay out of people's business. So Tambra is trying to talk and Antoinette is talking over her. Antoinette and Tambra are both standing up. She was like, let me explain it to you because this is what I do all day, every day. And I can promise you I can continue to talk about it. She said, same. I'm doing the same thing. She's like, obviously you can't, Antoinette. Tambra's not happy. I can't believe that she's saying you need to stay out of other people's situations. I don't understand where she's coming from with that. So she's saying that in this situation, this shit don't have nothing to do with us. So with Marie and Latrice, Antoinette saying it doesn't have anything to do with us. It doesn't make sense to me. That's right, Tambra. You're a black woman, right? You a black woman, right? Are you black? Antoinette said, can you see me, girl? We see you. We see you. That's why we asking you. Because we see you, bitch. Because you're the one who has never experienced colorism. That's Antoinette's comeback. Girl, you make no sense. And she seems very angry. And let me tell you something. Even though they're coming at each other with the same energy, I don't like the way Antoinette is bucking up at Tambra. I don't like it. I don't like Antoinette. She keeps clapping her hands. I don't like that. I just don't like it. And you not even looking at Tambra in her face. You looking over her head. You clapping your hands like she needs to be quiet and listen to you. And she's trying to explain to you, we're trying to bring women together. And you're trying to tell me it's none of my business. At the end of the day, our goal, it starts with us. So I will be the voice. I'll be the voice. I'll take that responsibility. Hello, Tambra. Thank you. So I'm not going to inject myself into a situation for radio. Just all of Antoinette's mannerisms, the way her face is frowned up, I'm not here for it. Myself into a situation for radio. What are you so angry about? And why are you coming at me like that? First of all, in my house, why are you jumping up, smacking your hands, making all these crazy faces? She stands up between Antoinette and Tambra. And now Lateshia is getting up trying to get Tambra. Tambra said, I'm going to continue to talk. That's what I get paid to do. She said, can I pay you to not talk? Tambra said, write the check. Come on, bitch. Write the check. I'm here for Tambra. Yes, ma'am. Can I pay you to shut up? Bitch, write a check. Write a check. And let's see if I can. I do not like Antoinette, Dr. Antoinette. I'm not a fan either. And then she immediately apologizes. Her wig is twisted. The part is over here. It's a mess. What were you angry about? You don't like to say things out of anger and frustration, but what are you angry about? What made you so angry that this woman wants to mend the conflict between these professional women? Why are you angry about that? And why are you telling them to mind their own business? So now Latrice and Antoinette go off to the side and have this conversation. So now she goes into the other room and she's explaining to Latrice that it is causing more stress than she thought it would. Latrice gives Antoinette a really, really, really good pep talk and tells her that you are going to make it. That's what we're going to do. You are going to be successful. Don't worry about it. And Antoinette's position is she doesn't have really many people to talk to. She doesn't have a partner anymore, so she cannot share what she's scared about as she moves forward with her dental practice. I just want Latrice to give Antoinette some goddess lengths because I don't know what's going on. She looked like she got her hair from the Cowardly Lion in the Wizard of Oz shop. All right, you guys, that's the end of the episode. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let me know what you think. We'll get down in the comments. Peace.